one like you around. Really like what you've done to me. I can't really explain it. I am so into you. I really like what you've done to me. I can't really explain it.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hey, and y'all back to my channel. Hey, and y'all back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to do an updated Q&A. So I took the time to ask my followers on Instagram to ask me anything they would like. So we gonna get into it and see what the people, the streets, are asking your girl. But before I do, I think y'all know what I'm about to say. I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe down below. Subscribing is free. It helps your girl a lot. So click that subscribe button and press the bell so you guys can be notified every time I post a new video, and stay up to date with me and follow me on my journey. So let's start this video. So the first question asks, what places have you been in Texas so far that you would recommend? That is a great question. So I am still exploring Texas, specifically Houston. So I don't know. I'm not even gonna hold you. There's a lot I haven't seen yet. But the places that I have visited in terms of food that I could think of on the top of my head, Taste Bar and Kitchen is actually a great spot, especially for brunch. It is in downtown area, and I like their food. They sell like soul food. They sell like chicken and waffles. Their chicken and waffles are really, really good. I would always get the peach cobbler waffles with the chicken. Chef kiss, like, I think that's always what I get when I go there. I'm acting like I go there on a regular. I've only been there twice, but the 2 times that I have been there, it's been bussin'. In terms of entertainment, I would recommend the Cider Cake. That's a spot I visited. It's kind of like it's an arcade, and it's always packed. It's filled with so many different games and entertainment and fun, and I feel like that's a great place to go, like especially on date night or with a group of friends. So Cidercade I would recommend if you just want to have a chill, maybe Friday night, and just be a big kid. I like doing stuff that remind me of my childhood. So Cidercade is really fun, and I'm pretty sure there is way more poppin' spots. It's just I still need time to explore, and I haven't really been doing that. I will say though, in Texas, you're gonna eat. You're going to eat here. And I think I'm trying to, if I'm going to explore, yes, of course, like I want to eat. However, I don't want that to be my only goal when exploring. I actually want to do activities out here, and I feel like the only activity I've been doing is like going to restaurants. So I'm trying to switch it up and do things that I normally don't do, just see what's out there. But yeah, those 2, Cidercade and Taste Bar Kitchen, is really, really good. What have you been doing for self-care? And I really love that question. Y'all don't know, but I am a self-care queen. Y'all can ask my friends. I will bully you just to do self-care. I always promote self-care, y'all. I'm very passionate about mental health. I know what it feels like to be burnt out, and through my experience, I value self-care so much. Even if it's once a week, even if it's 10 minutes out of your day, whatever self-care looks like to you, I do recommend that. So for me, self-care looks like getting my nails done, literally stepping away from my phone and just watching YouTube. For some reason, that is my self-care time, and just really not talking to anybody and sleeping. That is my self-care time, or anything where I can pamper myself. Like, so maybe getting a massage, going to the spa. Those things I like to do to just refresh, but I would just say chilling at home, watching YouTube, silence the noise, getting full rest is how I like to do self-care. So if you could give 3 tips about the moving process, what would it be? I love that question. That is an amazing, amazing, amazing question that you have asked. Save your money. Like, if you know you're trying to move out in a year, start saving now, because it really does add up, and moving out is not cheap. I would recommend someone to save maybe at least $5,000 or more. I was able to save at least 8 to 9K. I honestly had the ease of saving up that much money because I was living with my mom for a year. You know, graciously, she wanted me to stay home with her, so she didn't ask me to pay rent. She just wanted me to save, and I wanted to save. So I was able to rack up my money in order to just do what I need to do. So I would say save your money, and including saving your money, make sure you have a savings account solely just for furniture, because there's the savings for like your down payment. If it's a home or your apartment, you gotta worry about security fee, just maybe first month's rent, and all the other technical stuff. You already have to save for that. But I would say the big portion is have another savings solely just for furniture or decorations or like food, because of course when you first move in you have to buy food and all the necessary products. So definitely start saving. So I think, you know, that's the obvious, saving. Another tip is take your time on decorating, right? I know we can get so excited where we have a vision of how we want our house to look and we want to do it right then and there, but I feel like that's how you can blow your money really quickly. So I would say do not rush to decorate your apartment so fast. If you got the funds, cool, but don't feel pressured like you have to have your house all the way together. Shoot, I haven't even decorated my room yet. My room looks crazy, like it looks so boring, but I'm just saving my room best for last, and in due time I'm going to decorate it. You know, I have other responsibilities that I'm more so focused on. So I would say take your time in the decoration process. There's no rush, and everybody around you is honestly, everybody around you is understanding. Like, shoot, you may not have pictures up, you may not have a TV yet, you may not have all these decor that you may want, but there's really no rush. Like, that is going to be your home for as long as you want it to be your home. So I would just say worry about getting your essential items, and everything else in due time, little by little, then you can just start like decorating your house or apartment. So second tip would be definitely take your time. And I would say my last tip on the moving process, make sure you plan effectively. And I'm telling you, it sounds like these are given, but I really don't think people understand. You really have to sit down and plan if you're trying to move. I understand circumstances happen where you might have to just flee the scene, not flee the scene, but like you just might have to pick up and go. But I would say be strategic. I knew that I just always knew I wanted to move out of New York. I started planning maybe a year ago. Like, okay, I need to start looking at apartments. I need to do my research on what neighborhood I want to be in. I want to read residence reviews on the apartment complex or house or whatever the case may be. Do your research on where you're trying to live, because that is important. You want to make sure, of course, you live somewhere safe, where you feel comfortable, where it fits your needs. So take the time to plan. So if you know you're trying to move out 1 year later or 6 months or whatever your time frame is, it's never too early to start planning. Outside of friends and family, what's the biggest thing you miss about New York? What is it? Yo, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Like, I'm not even gonna sit here and be fake. Like, I have not been homesick. I really haven't. I promise, I have not been homesick at all. Besides friends and family, crickets. I will say it's a little small. I miss the deli. I do miss how everything was accessible walking wise. Like I could go across the street and just go to the supermarket. Here you really do have to drive everywhere. But I would just say I miss the deli. I do miss getting me a turkey, lettuce, tomato, cheese, mayo with vinegar on a roll. I miss those days already. I miss it, and I always talk about it like, yo, I want a chopped cheese. Like I could get a chopped cheese here, but I don't think it will bust like New York. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it sounds so silly, but I miss the deli. I really do. Other than that, I feel like because I've been in New York my whole entire life, it's like, yeah, I got enough experience. I got enough. Now, holla at me 1 year from today. Maybe I'll feel different and miss a little more, might get a little homesick, but for now, I'm just like, okay, like, I'm chilling. I'm really vibing out in Texas. And sometimes I just get, I don't know, like I catch myself just really be like, yo God, I'm really out here though. Like, yo dog, I'm really out here by myself though. I'm really out here just vibing in a new state, dog. How did I get here? No, seriously, I really be sitting here mind blown. Like how is this my journey? Like how did we even get from point A to point Z? I'm just like, what? Sometimes I blank out like how did I get to this place? So yeah, there's not a lot that I miss right now about New York, but if I had to say, I miss the deli. Besides a family and friend, I miss the deli. Okay, y'all really asking a lot of questions about Houston. All right, how has it been for you spiritually since moving to Houston? Wow, great question. I'm not even gonna hold you. The past, I would say 2-3 weeks, I have been battling with the feeling of being a perfect Christian, and a lot was going on spiritually and emotionally. I feel like I was just stressing myself out, where I'm trying to find the balance of, like, you know, being the daughter of Christ. I want to make sure when you see me, you see God within me. I want to make sure I execute what it is to be God's child. I want to make sure I execute myself correctly. Just being one of God's children, you know what I mean? However, there are things that I still struggle with. So I feel like I've been having a balance on being a great example, because I know there's like a standard of what it's like to be a woman of God, right? And I recently did something that I had to repent for, that I was not happy about, and it was just, I felt a lot of pressure, like, God, I can't reach the standard that is deemed to be a woman of God. And I want to have fun, I want to live my life, but I also don't want to like keep thinking about like, but how would that make me look? Can I even post this on social media? Blah, 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 blah. So it's been a little tough with that portion. I hope that makes sense. However, God is not looking for us to be perfect. I think personally, I'm putting pressure on myself that God is like, sis, chill out. You're doing too much. He is not looking for me to be Jesus. Nobody will ever reach the level of Jesus. I'm sorry. I am not perfect. I fall short. And when I do fall short, I can be very hard on myself. I really will punish myself. And I believe my thing is, because God is so merciful and so graceful, I try to be mindful. Like, I do not want to take advantage of his love and his kindness, because God has, wow, been so graceful to me. So graceful. Like, when I say grace through the roof, and I do not want to get in the routine of like, I'm aware of something that I know is a sin and I'm still doing it. It's like, now you're being ignorant, because I know if I did something that would not please God and I still do it, then I'm genuinely disobeying his words. So when I do fall short in that area, it really bothers me, because my biggest fear is disappointing God. You know, kind of like you don't want to disappoint your parent. Like, you always want to make them happy. You want them to be proud of you. So I really genuinely care about what God thinks of me. And I really feel like he's telling me, Tasha, chill out. Like, you're doing the most. You're doing great, sweetie. I believe he just cares about my heart posture. The fact that I continue to run to him in my struggles of my journey. I think he is so proud of me about that. I think he is just happy I'm even talking to him and I'm seeking him. So, yeah, I have been struggling lately. It's getting a little better. But yes, I have been struggling of having the balance of portraying myself to be a woman of God, which I am. Don't get it twisted. However, living a normal life. Like, I'm not gonna have it all the way together. Y'all probably gonna see something and be like, ooh, child. I don't know, but I'm just trying to have a balance of having fun, but also making sure I represent Christ the best way. What do you do to feel more confident and sexy? Ooh. What do I do to feel confident and sexy? I think dressing up, even if I'm not going anywhere, like just getting my makeup done, doing my hair, positive self-talk, that, like, the little things like that helps me feel confident, and just like reminding myself, like, Tasha, you're really that girl though. And I've struggled a lot with self-esteem, especially in my teenage years. And you know, I know I'm not where I used to be. I do feel like I've gotten a little more better in terms of like being a little more confident. I still have ways to go, but I do notice, like, when I just get myself together, make effort showing up for me, like being intentional, like, okay, I'm getting dressed up for myself. This is not for anybody else. I want to step out and look good. I want to feel good. And you know, like taking pictures, like making cute videos, it just gets me in the mood, like, yo, I'm really show-stopping amazing. Like, can't nobody tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. So this is going to be the last question. How do you love on you? Let's say, like we talked about earlier, doing self-care, that's how I show love to myself. Setting boundaries, I feel like is showing love to myself. Solo dates, y'all, I don't do it as often now, but before I would just like take myself out. And I actually did it recently where I took myself wine tasting. I actually enjoyed myself. Like, I was probably out for like an hour or two, like a quick outing, whatever. And I feel like it is so important, especially for women, to do that. I find it sexy. I love seeing women just take themselves out, living their life looking good. One of my goals actually is to just take myself out to dinner, and I've done that, but I really want to dress up. Like, I want to dress up as if I'm showing up for a date, but I'm just doing it for myself. Like, I want to be the baddest heifer on the floor. So yeah, that's just how I show love to myself. So yeah, I like pampering myself. I love just setting boundaries, telling people no. That is a great form of showing you love yourself, I'm telling you. And like I said, like just doing things that truly make me happy. Well, those are all the questions that I received, and honestly those are really great questions, and I might want to do another part 2 of a Q&A. But yeah, I hope this helped y'all get to know me a little more. I know it's a lot more so about my moving journey, which I love. Please let me know if y'all want me to do like a separate video of like how I actually planned out my moving process. I will happily share the tea and give some, you know, knowledge from my experience on just how to save your money and the moving process and X, Y, and Z. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Stay blessed, trust in God, and yeah, I will see y'all in my next video. Bye guys.